What's up, Scorpio? This is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Yes, it is for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I highly recommend that you also watch or connect with your rising sign and your moon sign. Those three energies are going to give you a really well-rounded message. So whatever those videos are, there's going to be one of them. I make 12 videos a week. You know, every single zodiac sign is represented weekly. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell, selecting all notifications so that you get notified when I upload the content that pertains to you. There's always an extended reading too. So this reading goes into an in-depth, almost personal extended reading that includes an erotic tarot portion and a romance-specific reading. So there's lots over on Vimeo for you to explore as well. And I hope you do. It's the best way to support the channel. Thank you, because you're the best way to support the channel. Scorpio, you rock out every single time, all the time. And I'm extremely grateful. Let's get into your reading. Remember that I have an Instagram feed, and that is born_without_boundaries. And I'd love it if you guys would join me, because I do daily tarot card readings live over there. So it'd be wonderful to hear your voice. Also, remember that I have a second channel called Astrology Motivation, where I post daily tarot card readings. I also post the weekly astrology forecast. The new one is up for the July 25th through the 31st. And I'm also going to go live there every single Monday as well. So check it out, man. And I hope you subscribe over there as well. Scorpio. Okay. There's something that's getting to you, and you've kept it to yourself. You've kept it to yourself. Trapped in fear and mental conflict are the two things that come out first, the two energies that come out first for you. I guess it's as good a place as any to begin. And it is. Trapped in fear, though, that concerns me, just because you're struggling with something internally. Mental conflict and trapped in fear. And then we have sacrifice. Have you been sacrificing too much of yourself? Have you been giving up too much? I'm not saying that that's what the cards say. I'm asking the question, because it's an important question to ask, especially when these two energies come up. Also a saying that you can let something go and not be hacked into. Sometimes we think if we lose something or we give something up, we've lost the battle, and that's just not true. Sometimes losing the battle is the way that you win, because you get the fuck out and you make it stop impacting you and affecting you and your life. So there's a sense of, there is a feeling of giving up too much and maybe not the right things. This sacrifice has to be the sacrifices that you make have to be in support of your happiness, not things that make you feel deprived and set back and taken advantage of. Then we have heart chakra. So this definitely has something to do with romance, and a lot of that is going to be coming up. Have you been making too many sacrifices, especially when it concerns your romance, especially when it concerns what you give in a certain situation? This could also be a sense of you're fighting yourself, or you're right now in your mind considering, should I stay in this relationship or should I exit it? Or do these things around me work for me? Now, of course, heart chakra also rules your passions in life and your goals and aspirations in life. So it could be talking, because this isn't just your romance reading, right? So this could also be talking about afraid that something isn't going to work out for you, afraid that something that you've been giving too much, not seeing any results. Should I go on? Should I go on? Should I go on? Now, I can tell you, the best way to answer that question is, do you still love doing what you do? Do you still love it? And in that case, if your answer is yes, and it comes yes really quickly, then absolutely you should keep doing it. But you should ask yourself, why am I struggling to know that I should do it? Because when you love something, it shouldn't be about, and I understand that we all need money and stuff, believe me. But it shouldn't be about for the money. And that could be, and it's not just about money. It could just be that I love what I do, right? I make these sculptures and I love what I do. This is just an example. I love these sculptures and I love them. I feel at peace. This is my happy space when I'm creating them. But they're taking up 25 hours a week, 30 hours a week. I want to do this full time, but I can't figure out how to make this into full time. And that could be what's tormenting you. Should I give this up? Having to constantly work extra on the side. And listen, that's just a fucking side hustle, yo. We all got to do that shit until it breaks. So the answer to your question is, so maybe it's not even a question. It's just a state of, why am I doubting myself? Why am I doubting myself? And I understand it's like, because I got to eat. I understand that. I get that. But that's not a reason to doubt yourself. That's not a reason to doubt what you love. Validation or the lack of validation from others isn't a reason to be scared of what your heart feels right in. And then conflict and defeat. Yeah, there you go. This is how you learn. This is how you grow. Passion ignited. And and then spiritual strength. The fact that this comes out afterward, there could be a sense of, do you see the phoenix? Or it looks like the phoenix deep inside. In other words, this is your chance to grow. This is a growth spurt for you because this is how you learn. This is how you develop. This means, Scorpio, that there is a big burst in progress, forward trajectory, you figuring things out and knowing the answers to the questions that are torturing you. This is you growing. This is your growth spurt, which is like almost growing pains, but for you it's extreme because that's how you do. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. This conflict and defeat is leading you to just keep trusting it. I know that sounds crazy, but trust the pain because it's actually leading you to this burning passion, this burning certainty. And then I have spiritual strength. It's making you stronger. It's making you grow. It's actually bringing you closer to your God space. I always say, so this card, you see the illuminated third eye chakra, but the heart chakra all around it because it's green energy. So you got double heart chakra. You have a lot of passion for this, and it's teaching you something. You're about to do like a mini flambe to burn and grow. Another little growth spurt of the phoenix is happening here for you. God damn. Okay. All right. Scorpio. I think it's through hardship that we all grow, but it's through how we deal with the hardship. Do we let it rule us, or do we take possession of it as a lesson? And this, from the way it looks, you're just like packing on the weights onto your back, saying, make it harder, because you're about to like bloom. I think that's what it is. So we have first, emotions are running high. There's a lot of conflict here, and I keep saying it. So this could be conflict within a relationship, conflict within a situation. Honor those emotions. Sometimes for Scorpio, emotions are actually very difficult to own, especially ones that make you feel vulnerable. Y'all don't have to do it in public. You don't have to tell it to anybody, but tell it to yourself. Love and honor and respect yourself enough to allow yourself to feel it. You're not vulnerable when you're sitting alone. If you've got an ugly cry, but that's a secret. This is why this card is being put here for you. It's a secret to success in this energy instead of actual failure in this energy. So the secret to success are honor these emotions. There's something in your life that is not working. It's not functioning. And you know it already, but you're still in it in order to learn from it. But you have to acknowledge the emotions in order to learn from it. So that's a step that you guys got to decide to take. And then we have look at the bigger picture. And you are. Look at the bigger picture as in, where is this going to get me? What is this teaching me? Understanding this whole situation, understanding myself better because of this situation, because of this interaction, because it's a Sagittarius energy. This could be very social interaction, something very social. Something that wants to make progress but has to deal with a lot of people in order to make progress. It could also be travel, get out there and grow, experience different things, let yourself experience different things. Something to do with or wanting and desiring to travel, be bold and make the first move is here. So it's get out and go. Let yourself grow. Maybe you're tortured and tormented because you feel you have all these obligations, but you've wanted to get away for a while. You've wanted to explore or try something new. This Sagittarius energy, I'm not saying that you guys are Sagittarian, but we have, your moon sign, your rising sign, but I'm looking at this here, and it's basically this almost about to burst because I want to feel free again. I want to feel, and listen, if you want to feel free again, then clearly this circumstance in your life is not, it's a weight. It's a ball and chain for you. It's not making you feel so good. So, why are you still in it? Because you're Scorpio, and that suffering is teaching you something. You're in some way, even subconsciously, you are exploring the inner workings of yourself and other people through this suffering. And that's awesome because you are who you are and you grow how you grow. But there are things that you have to do to keep it in that growth phase and not in that I'm just suffering for suffering's sake addictive stage, right? So just like the phoenix, he burns and expands. You've got to, how do you make sure that you're not just like tormenting yourself? Because a lot of times Scorpionic energy can get stuck in that and not be learning and not be growing. It's like the pain gets comfortable. But true Scorpio energy is not about the fucking comfort zone. It's about the burning zone because it's the healing zone. It's about the bridge between the suffering and the exaltation because of what you've learned from it. So to stay focused on that bridge, you have to honor your emotions and you have to let yourself feel what you're feeling and don't question the feelings. Like, I don't want them anymore. They're a pain in the ass. Acknowledge those feelings. I want to be free. I want to try other things. Acknowledge those feelings. All of those feelings are things that you have to acknowledge. And as long as you keep in sync with the acknowledgement of the experiences you're going through, then you can turn this into a lesson and a growth spurt. It's absolutely here for you. Be bold and make the first move. You want to get out. You want to do. You want to explore. It's also go for it. If you're feeling like you're about to burst, fucking burst. Let yourself burst. Don't hold back. Oh, God. Okay. Let me see. I'm just going to pick my favorite cards for you guys. My favorite cards. Scorpio. Forgiveness. Oh, damn. Okay. And that's full moon energy. Okay. We just had a full moon in Aquarius. That's really interesting energy for you. Aquarius energy, very much a social energy, absolutely. But, about morals. So is something bothering you morally? Is something bothering you, like you just don't, you know it's not fair, you know it's not right, and you want to explode? Or you're thinking of letting something go, a job, a friendship, a relationship go, because you're starting to see, this person isn't, this situation is shadier than I realized, and maybe I've been making too many excuses for it. Now, forgiveness, you're like, why are you saying this why are you saying this with a forgiveness card? Isn't it just kiss and make up? No, forgiveness is about untethering yourself emotionally, not closing yourself off, but feeling the emotions to the full extent, feeling them to let them burn out and be done, so that you have no more tether and you have no more interference or disruption, and you have no more pain and suffering, not because you've numbed yourself or hidden the emotions, but because you've honored them and let them burn their course, and now you're free. So forgiveness is about self-liberation, and there's a calling for liberation here, and the golden path within. Your heart is calling you, but your ego is holding you back. And I'm not surprised that this is coming up for you this week, because if you watch the weekly astrology forecast, it's all about the confrontation between which parts of me go and which parts of me stay. And I'm making that determination based on what is actually helping me, what is actually working for me, what is actually part of me that I'm proud of, as opposed to things that I have maybe fought too hard for or insist too much on because I identify myself as this. But do I really anymore? I'm allowed to grow. I don't have to continue to identify as a specific profession, or, I'm a wild child. Yeah, sometimes we are for like 20 years or whatever, and then we're just like, yeah, I'm kind of like, I've changed. It's about realizing that your ego is actually just a self-expression of your heart, not this shit you build around yourself and in the impression you want to make on other people. So it could very well be this internal struggle is coming up in you, is like, well, maybe I don't care that people see me that way anymore, because it's actually trapping me in a position I don't want to be in anymore. Right? I don't care if they think of me like that anymore. I'm not even interested in being that anymore. And there's your growth spurt, right? There's your blossoming, there's your blooming, there's your being untethered by what you used to identify as opposed to now what you really know in your heart. And I'm not talking about big things like, sexual identity, of those some people can be going through this. I'm just saying, like, Jesus, I mean, it could even be as pure, as simple as mother. I used to identify as mom first, and now I'm feeling myself again. I'm coming back into because things change and kids grow, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I have to be this. I've always been there for them, but like, what if they're 25? You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is definitely a time for you to reevaluate the external persona you've built for yourself. Does it work for you anymore? Because really, think of yourself as a house constantly not reformation, constantly in renovation. You're always, well, this wall used to work for me, it don't work for me anymore. I'm gonna take this wall down now. And the color of the wall used to be white. I don't want white anymore. Maybe I want it bright pink. That your heart is always going to tell you where you need to be now. And so this is like what parts of you need to be renovated based on your heart almost bursting out of your chest, being like, this is what I want now in my life. This is who I am now, because I've changed or I've grown. These colors don't work for me anymore. This fence don't work for me anymore. Maybe I want a pool in the backyard. Allowing yourself, this is all metaphor, of course, but allowing yourself to trust that heart, that you're ready to do something else. And then the sacrifices that means to the relationships that you're in. Amen. Hallelujah. Listen, I'm not trying to say it's easy, but if you listen to your heart, it is quite simple. Oh, let's get into the erotic tarot. We haven't even started that. Control issues. This is such a perfect card for you this moment. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. And it is really about control from others if you're worried about, their opinion of you, or how it's going to impact how you fit in, or even just worried about being vulnerable and worried that somebody's going to take advantage of you because of it. You're actually a lot stronger, Scorpio, when you enable yourself. No, when you allow when you allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. People more easily manipulate you or take advantage of you when you are helping them manipulate you by manipulating yourself and pretending to not feel when you feel, or pretending to feel when you don't. You're helping them back you into a corner. So honoring what you really feel and saying it out loud is going to be that first step to actually making you less controlled by people. And then we have stress reduction. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. So it is calling for you to give yourself that time of reprieve. You know, it's almost like that time of healing when you need to fall asleep when you've been sick. Right? You've been in a sick situation, so you need to fall asleep in order to let your, like, digging into these person's fucking drawers just to see, I need a tissue. Just to allow yourself to, I'm telling you, this is a fucking growth spurt. Let's get into the erotic tarot. I can't show you the cards over here, Scorpio, but I can definitely show them to you in the extended. So we'll go over to the extended really soon. And then we'll do a full reading of these and your full extended reading. These are part of the extended reading, but you guys know, you help me all the time. You know how it goes over there. Oh, 6 of Cups. Damn, dude. So this is definitely, I can only show you the backside. Pining for an idealized rendition in your head of a relationship or situation that you had. And I guarantee you, Scorpio, when you really look at it, it wasn't as perfect as your brain ends up making it out to be, because it turns it into a fantasy. So this is definitely dealing with a situation from the past, usually a relationship with the 6 of Cups, and then Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. Damn. 9 of Pentacles is having people finally see your value. You know, also cutting ties to your need for somebody else. So these two together is definitely like needing to cut ties to a situation or a relationship that is tethering you, suffocating you. Knight of Pentacles is here as well. Things have been moving too slowly. Things haven't been growing the way that you want them to grow, right? And you're getting edgy. You're getting frustrated by the lack of growth. And that frustration by the lack of growth may not be you giving up on something that you need to just wade through, because that's not Scorpionic energy. You guys don't just give up like that. This frustration is actually bing, 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 bing. It's a sign that says, I don't fucking love this as much as I thought I did, and now I want to cut ties with it, but I don't know how to do it. And I know you guys will work that shit out. What card do I want to do before we go over? Because I don't like to make these too long over here, but we'll definitely add to this in the extended. Okay. No. I always trust the cards. Poised. Damn. Scorpio. Poised. And then this is here. Poised. And then this card comes. It was hidden in another pile and it caught my eye and I'm like, I gotta get it. Poised and come to the edge. Come back to the edge. Scorpio, maybe your life has gotten a little too boring. Not exciting. And it doesn't mean that you have to leave your spouse and your children now. That's not cool shit. But it could also be like, I need to be me again. I need to get back into something that I love again. I need to do what I need to do. And even if I got to take my kids on my back, whatever, why have I suffocated myself to fit into the stereotypical role of what other people think mother should be, or boss should be, or wife should be? I need to be me. I need to do it my way. And poised means you are ready to come back to to the edge. Let's go into the extended. That link is below, Scorpio. I'll see you guys over on Vimeo.